All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the SlapDash podcast. I am your host of the most Killer Team Star, Killer Steam Cars, Killer Scoospis, and I am joined by my co-host today.
Oh, yeah, I'm the co-host for today.
That was a nice belch.
My
I've started to
name,
realize
my
in any of
name
these
is Jennifer
in
Lawrence.
in these intros, I realize we still haven't we never say our names in these intros.
Who the fuck cares? They didn't ask.
They never ask.
They don't. No one asks. No one ever asks. So.
Yeah, just look at our analytics. I doubt anyone will.
Sad. Well,
Anyways,
the more we post on Instagram and shit, I'm sure the more
yeah,
attention we'll
we got
get.
what? We've already have 20 videos on our channel. Well, probably not 20, maybe 20
Actually,
videos now.
yes, about that. About I think this is 22.
Damn.
All right, so Mr. Host, what do we talk about today?
Well, there's something in recent history and recent times that's going on right now. And that's been going on for, I guess I could say, a while, honestly. The idea of banning TikTok from America.
Hasn't that
This kind of
happened
to
twice now? This is like the second time this has happened.
Yeah, although I don't think Congress has voted on it. The last time it was brought up with Trump, Trump Trump just said we're banning TikTok, and I don't think it was ever touched on after that. But this time, it's actually being voted on and if no one knows, Congress, if no one knows how Congress is split up, it's split up into two sections: the House of Representatives and the Senate. First, when a bill is introduced, it has to go through the House, and then it has to go through the Senate, and it has to go to the president in order to be made a law. There's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of there's a lot of legal things about that because the president could just completely veto the bill and not actually let it go through. But funny thing is, there was a news reporter that interviewed
Joe
Joe Biden
Biden.
on the whole TikTok ban,
Joe
and
Biden.
they
Joe
huh
Biden.
oh, yeah.
Joe
They asked
Biden.
him,
Sorry, go ahead.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
So a news reporter interviewer, they asked Joe Biden a question. They were like, "If the TikTok bill goes through, will you sign it?" And Joe Biden said, "Well,
I
if they all agree on it,
see.
I'll sign it."
No, Joe Biden said, America is a great. It can be defined in one word.
This bill can be defined in one word: booty cheeks. Well,
Alright.
that's two words, but yeah. Anyways, but yeah, the most astounding part about this is the percentile of votes in the House that all agreed on the ban. Over see they it was 87%. 87% of votes in the House, over 300 votes compared to 65. That's just take that in. There's over fucking 400 members in the Senate,
I
and
think
majority of them voted for this
I
bill
think
to
it
go
was
through.
81%.
Well, it was reported to be around 87.
87, 81, and one just has a longer top than the other.
Yeah, a 7 is just a funny looking one.
No, one is just a funny looking seven.
Convince me otherwise. But anyways, so now the bill has to go to the Senate, and of course, we're not sure whether or not the bill has gone through because, well, to be totally honest, I did not really plan this topic. I just thought about it right now when we started talking about it. So,
Yeah, for context, we do not plan. We do not, unless it's like a game or something. We do not plan. We literally just like take like 5 minutes before recording and just like say, what are we gonna talk about today?
what should we talk about today? Yeah. So, yeah, because the Senate is now the bill has to go through the Senate, and if there isn't if the vote isn't a majority vote, the bill will go back to the House, and a gigantic legal process will go back and forth over and over again. Depending on how things go, the bill most likely won't be enacted because the reason why this is all happening is because of the whole idea of of user safety. Uh, at least that's how they put it. I'm lots of people who are lots of people who are saying this are saying it's like discrimination against free speech,
Which I can
like
see.
hating on the idea of like free speech. I'm
Which
not
I
exactly
Okay, so I'll explain that. So TikTok, it's a place. It's like you can post pretty much whatever you want on there as long as it's not explicit or goes against guidelines, right? And another thing is like you know how videos on TikTok like your average video will get a couple thousand views, some will get millions and millions of views. Well,
Oh yeah,
it's a way to spread information and misinformation, I guess, but it's a way to spread information that's like important information that could like turn the tables on shit like elections and stuff like that, or like turn the public viewpoint on people. And I think, and the government doesn't like that. It's like they don't like how together that they don't like how together TikTok brings people and like how much more information that is shared. I guess it's really hard to explain. It's like it's hard to explain. It's like it's a place for people to talk about how they feel without being what's the word? Not disregarded, but for people to see, I guess. Wait for people to have their voices be heard. Yeah, that's the
I
best way
think
to put it.
TikTok is being banned because America just doesn't like China.
And also, yeah, but the thing is, it's also like, well, it's like they don't like government surveillance if they're not the government doing the surveillance.
Well, yeah, of course,
Even though like most of the shit we have is made in China, like most tech we
that's
have is
true.
made in China. Like I'm pretty sure most of the phones that those government officials have are made in China. Hell, those fucking microphones they use are probably made in China. Like,
哦，小水熊，哦吼，冰淇
like
淋当的吼，冰淇淋。
and you you've seen have you seen the like the court case with the CEO of TikTok and he like and the thing is like the dude like the questioner kept on asking like are you in relation with the Chinese Communist Party and the CEO kept saying no I'm Singaporean and just it was just like a back and forth of are you Chinese no I'm Singaporean are you Chinese no I'm Singaporean it was just like a back and forth with the same exact question.
That's the funny part. Even if he was Chinese, just a massive assumption in the fact that he's a part of the
You can
Communist
honestly
Party.
make a debate that's honestly an example of racism honestly.
Yeah, they
Like just
just
because he's
yeah.
Asian, like just because he's of Asian descent doesn't mean he's a Chinese communist out to steal public information. Like
Now
he
listen
answered
here.
all the questions truthfully. He honestly bared with the ridiculousness of the questioning better than most people probably could.
Which it's interesting to see. I mean, so the guy is from Singapore, huh?
Singaporean citizen, yes.
Yes,
He
that is
said it like
a
10 times.
yes, that is a country within like Asia, right?
uh,
Within Asia,
Google it
I think.
and find out. Or I'll go
Well, I
on
know
Google.
it's like somewhere between like the areas of Asia and like Europe, somewhere in between there. I know it's like a massive sailing port.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Singapore.
It's an island country.
Country in Asia, yeah.
Well, he's still. It's like
Yeah, it's a country in Asia, and it's like, I mean, wow, damn, that's beautiful. Look at these fucking houses. Wow.
get
I,
sidetracked.
I mean, I've always heard of Singapore, and honestly, it's definitely one of the more interesting, bigger countries. Look at that. They have 3 buildings side by side that look like PS5s. That's amazing.
Hey, you know what that means,
Get
right?
there is a 22-hour flight from Tucson. That's amazing.
If there's a tower, you know what that means.
Okay. Yep.
No, sorry.
Anyways,
Yeah, I should
anyways.
stop.
So, yes, Singapore is a country in Asia, but does not mean it is linked to China or the Communist Party.
That is true. And
Because one thing is that Asia, massive continent, of course. lots of different countries within Asia. Although not all countries within Asia use the communistic way of government.
True.
Singapore doesn't. I know that much. China, yes, yes, they are communistic.
Honestly,
But
my main
but
problem with is like notice so like most people like I know you're probably you just don't care about the ban, right? You're just like, oh, people are like, whatever about the TikTok
yeah,
ban.
it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot like I want to say probably a majority of people are like pissed about the TikTok ban and like the reasons of it because like they're supposed to be the House of Representatives. They're supposed to represent the United States. In reality, they don't represent the view of anyone at all. They represent the view of like old people and shit, not like the majority of the states. That's what a lot of people are fucking are angry about. That is that they're supposed to represent us when they're just representing against us.
Well, I
Like
mean, if you look at
they're going against what the people want, which is the main problem.
history, you're gonna see a lot of that happen.
Yeah, but it's like modern day America, with like, because the thing is, this is like a modern day country though. It's a modern day civilized with quotations country, and it's like you think that they learn that going against the people is how revolutions start and how some revolts start, shit like that. But no, did they learn?
I've
No.
yeah, that's the thing. I've heard so many people say that there's going to be another American Revolution,
Honestly, we might pull a
and
French and fucking. No, I can't say that.
okay.
I can't say that. No, that's actually incriminating what I was about to say. We'll pull a fucking French Revolution. Honestly, in the next couple hundred years, like hell, even in like the next 100 years, I can see that happening if things keep happening in the downward spiral they are.
But it's like, yeah, when it comes to this kind of thing going on, they don't like it because it's owned by a different government. That's the only reason why they don't like the app, because it's not ran by Americans.
Yeah, like it's like they only don't like information gathering if it's not by the states. And
That's true.
it's like think about like what the fuck are they gonna find off of I don't know a 16-year-old boy's phone? Like what they're gonna find his
That's a
porn
good
stash or
point.
some shit? Like why do they care?
I mean, hey, if you find my FAP stash, I mean, I'm not gonna care. Go ahead, leak it. That's my FAP stash.
Hell, if they like find our group chats, what are they gonna do? Actually, no, you probably go to jail if the group chats are leaked, but still.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
Oh,
was
you can't
correct.
say that. You can't say that first one. God damn it. You can't say that first one at
uh,
all. God damn it. We're only 13 minutes in and you already said something that could get the channel deleted. Ugh.
don't worry. Hey, you're the one editing this. Just cut it out.
Okay, I have to mark 13 minutes. Cut out Rune hiling certain somebody.
Rune going against American standards.
Podcast cuts. Or you can.
But yeah, like I've also heard a lot of stuff about there being an American Revolution in recent times. Not uh, before a lot of time before the House actually voted on this. There was like so many people like getting fed up with lots of different things about the American government, like the things that they were doing. Even my dad said it's like, even my dad said there's probably going to be an American Revolution.
It's honestly probably not in like the next 5 years or hell probably not even the next 10 years, but if things keep going at the rate they're going, like the government stops listening and caring about their people even more, and the people in office keep or like stay like the age they are, like they're like everyone in the Senate is literally at this point we literally just have a fucking retirement home running our country.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there's not one member who's like under the age of like 55 or 60.
well, yeah, because yeah,
And it's
the
fucking
age
ridiculous.
require. Yeah, the thing is, the age requirement to be within the House and the Senate is like 35 years old.
Which is
Is around that
fucking
much.
stupid because like they're not anyone who's like over 35, they're not going to be with like the modern they're not going to be very modern, I guess. And honestly, there should be an age limit, not just like a minimum limit. like lower down the age requirement to like 30 or like 25, 30, something like that. Then the age like I guess maximum should be like 50 or 55 or something like that, so you don't have people with fucking dementia running the goddamn country.
Yeah, that also all yeah, I mean that also all depends on people who would actually be willing to work in the House and Senate at that
Yeah,
age.
it's also another problem with people who fucking vote, cause like a majority of the people who vote are like, well, they're older people. Like a majority of the votes made up in the country are millennials and Gen X, while a minority of them are Gen Z, which is
Yeah,
crazy
that's the thing.
considering that if Gen Z voted, America would be a much more liberal and democratic state than it would be like conservative and Republican.
That's
Considering
the thing.
majority of Gen Zs are like on the liberal to Democrat like area, the political stance.
Well, that's the thing. You have to put it in perspective. Lots of younger people aren't interested in voting or don't even really care about voting.
Which is like a big problem because we have like old people trying to run the country doing things the old way when the old way is well the old way. It's like not gonna
I mean,
work forever.
of course it's not. I mean, eventually, a lot of those members within the Senate are going to die.
Hell, it might just
I mean,
happen one
what?
day where they all just fucking like have a heart attack in their sleep at once. You never know.
I mean, one member of the Senate, he died. I think, what was it? Last year. He was a really old man. He was a member of the Senate that worked there for so many years. He died at like 101 years old.
Oh Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. People kept voting him back into the Senate because here's how the House and the Senate work. You can only work for a certain amount of time, like a term. Like a
Yeah,
presidential
I
term.
know.
There's
It's
only a
like
certain
what 8 years or
length.
something.
Yeah, and it works like the same thing with like how the votes work when a president becomes president within the office. People have to vote you back into the House or the Senate. That's how that works. And this man, I forget his name, this man was voted into the Senate over and over and over again. I mean, mind you, he actually made great decisions. He was actually one of the more, like, say, esteemed and more open-minded members within Congress. Although the older he got, the less he could function, of course.
Well, yeah, no
I mean,
shit.
well, yeah, no shit. I mean, that's just how it works. And to the point where,
Unless you're like a fucking
like,
genetic freak like Ed.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He lived a long time, and I'm guessing he lived that long mainly because of, I'm guessing, his drive towards it. I mean, to a certain degree, he could have retired, but I'm guessing he refused in order to actually be able to do good in Congress and do good by the people. Too bad he, kicked the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, he
Yes.
was a great member of Congress.
We need to
Although
figure out
he,
how to divert off of this political conversation, I think.
yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, but anyways, I digress.
Yes.
But yes, like the whole idea of like TikTok ban, it's kind of like the idea of like any other social media getting banned. Like, say, you could put it in perspective. If any other social media app was owned by foreign government or a foreign military, they wouldn't want they would do the exact same thing in a certain degree because data collection by anyone that isn't within the states is just completely wrong.
Huh. Really depends on the data they're collecting, honestly.
Yeah, but also I guess I'm not sure whether or not it's like a certain country that because they don't like the idea of the app because it's like it was
Plus,
based in Asia.
plus, even then, there's like been no guarantee of like data being stolen. It's like they're in the interview or like whatever the fuck it was, like the trial with the CEO. I don't know if it's a trial or no. There's like a hearing or whatever. The CEO of TikTok, he covered like the fucking data breaches and like assured that all data was like confidential and secure behind a firewall and shit like that. Like there was no implication that any data was even being like drained out or like stolen or anything.
which is very good. But I'm also gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in perspective in this sense. The idea that they don't like the whole thing about the app being owned by a country in Asia, I think it's more or less the point that it's based in a country in Asia, more or less say a country based in like say North America, which we have many
Just
different countries over here. Like say if
we have
TikTok was owned by
three.
Canada,
No, wait, we have like
say if
four.
TikTok was owned by Canada, how do you think the U.S. would react to that?
I mean, it wouldn't because Canada doesn't have any good. No, I'm just kidding. um,
But
it really
but like
depends, I think.
but yeah,
Yeah, the
in
point
that
is that
sense
the
of perspective.
American government is fucking racist because who are like old dirtbags who are fucking racist. I have no idea what
Yeah,
the fuck they're
that's
talking about 90% of the time when it comes to electronics and apps and shit.
a lot of certain racial discrimination. And from what I can tell, in that hearing with the CEO of TikTok, weren't like Jeff Bezos and like Bill Gates there as well?
I don't know. I'm not. I didn't view that. I saw like some clips of it on TikTok, but still.
Mm, well, all right. We'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and look into that. I'll go ahead and look into that later, and we'll touch on this in the next episode, anyways, as I was saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, any country, like say in North America, if they were to own the app, like like Canada, or it might be a little bit one-sided here as well. Mexico. What if Mexico owned TikTok?
I think Mexico. No, I'm kidding.
I think I think some sort of semblance of a bigger decision would happen there in the idea that they'd probably also profile that country as well, or even another country within the borders of the United States and North America, Cuba.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Cuba
Cuba as a
is
whole.
Cuba is on the cusp of Florida, right next to us. So it's like, what if? And it's a very small country. What if Cuba owned
Yeah,
TikTok?
yeah, and Tupac's there too, with the Queen of England.
But yeah, I mean, what if any of those? What if any of those countries near us? What if they owned it? Huh? Or even South America, Brazil?
We do not talk about Brazil.
What if they? What if they? What if countries in South America own TikTok?
I think
What would be the perspective there? Probably the same thing that's going on in Asia.
yes, the idea of this.
Mostly countries in North America would be trusted to a degree. If Mexico were to own the app, it would probably be in the same idea or semblance of profiling. Or if Canada were to own it, they probably wouldn't care too much.
Yeah.
Although it, but it's mainly to do with the idea of government and race. It has a big factor there. In Asia, there are mostly countries in there that have a lot of them are communistic countries. A lot of them, not all of them. Some of them, like Singapore, like South Korea, South Vietnam, all of them, they're completely capitalistic countries.
Yeah.
But it's a perspective in the idea that they are Asian.
Yeah, the
And
point your point you're trying to say is that the Senate is fucking racist, or like the government is fucking racist.
yes,
That's pretty much what
essentially,
you're trying to say.
yes,
Then just say it directly.
because
say
they're
say
fucking bunch of
say
those
with your
dirtbags are fucking racist.
say it with your chest, man. Say it with your chest, boy.
Those dirtbags are racist. I swear to God, I'm gonna bust down that door and I'm gonna make them
Don't
take
say
Kyle.
that. Don't say you're gonna bust down the door and don't say that.
I'm gonna raid the White House.
No, don't say that.
Uh,
You can't be
but
saying these
anyways, yeah,
things.
like I said, I mean, lots of people would probably say in the government there is no profiling or racism anymore, and that is a lie because there 100% is still a lot of profiling within the government,
Well,
and
yeah.
that's bad, very bad, and it sucks because that's the thing when it comes to like say a foreign app, an app that's based in a foreign country that's using data. But it would be it would also kind of be in the same boat. Like, say, if people in Singapore were to use an app that's based in America, like any other social media app that's run in America, they could make the same point that that data is not to be trusted, and they wouldn't want any sort of American run app in Singapore. Although you wouldn't really see that because Singapore wouldn't have an issue with that. Although America has the problem with Singapore. You see the issue here?
Yes, I see. I think I do at least.
Because in the sense, in the idea that if any other country were to say this towards America, it would be a much bigger picture and a much bigger difference when it came to it. Because America doesn't like anything like, say, that isn't within the best interest of the states, which honestly is fine. It's good to look out for the country. Although when it comes to something in, like, say, cybersecurity or national security, in the sense of a social media app, it's very minuscule to anything that would actually happen. Because within the app, what are you really going to find that is bad or that could be leaked towards anything else? Any problems
Uh,
that have actually been found on TikTok? Like, say, there's this one social media creator. He wore like a Crusader helmet. I forget what he
yep,
called
I know.
himself.
Tall Night or whatever.
Yeah, Tall Knight. Yeah, he was being accused of like pedophilia through TikTok,
Well, there are
and
a
it's
lot of TikTok pedos. Like there's this one dude
yeah,
called
there is.
Nova Online. There's one dude called Juniper. This one
But
dude.
that's the
This one
thing.
lady called Topiachu. Uh, yeah, it's a lot.
But that's the thing. All of those people were caught and well
But they
dealt with.
still have somewhat of a career because they
That's
still get
true. That
views and they're not banned off TikTok or anything. And
yes,
whenever they do get off, it's because they deleted it themselves.
that is true. That is true. Their activity was caught, although of course it wasn't really ever dealt with, and they aren't removed off of
Thing is,
TikTok, which is a
some of those
big,
motherfuckers was
big
more than
issue.
pedophiles. Some of that shit was like fucking. Oh. Ugh.
Yeah, which it's a
Like
big
there was
issue.
this one dude who like there was just one guy who like he said on the video outside he's like I kissed a 9-year-old on the mouth, like he was outside yelling that shit on a TikTok live. And
That's not good.
the dude was like 23 or some shit or like 25 or something. Yeah, it was weird. And this dude Nova, this motherfucker Nova Online, he's like, he like, he. I don't know if I want to say this, but it's been said before, so I should be fine. He would like go on Discord calls with like he was like I think 19, 20 at the time. He would go on calls with like 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds and like he like how he would be in nothing but a diaper and shit like that. It was just very like disturbing shit.
Yeah, yeah, all that adds up and makes sense. Now, of course, that's probably another good point to bring up in the idea that lots of these people are still on TikTok and have not been banned or dealt with.
And there was also the I think it was December 14th incident of 2021. No, of 2022 where like
Or,
for like or like a span of like 6 hours or some shit. Every other post was just porn. Like every other post was just a slideshow of porn. It happened for like a span of like 3 or 4 hours sometime
how'd
during
that happen?
December. Moderation, I think there was like there's like a span where like it was so much porn. It's like insane. It was all fucking like slideshows of like hentai, like full uncensored hentai and like tits out, ass out, shit like that. It
Yikes.
was crazy. Yeah, it was one of the weirdest days.
So I'm guessing the
And
tick.
then there's also like the disgusting like fandoms that use TikTok, like the Gojo video, the tampon Gojo video. Which you've heard of it, right? You've heard
Or
of that
those
one.
furry.
You've heard of the tampon Gojo incident, right?
No, I have not.
Oh god. Okay, so basically this one lady, you know Gojo, like character from Jujutsu Kaisen
Yeah, I
and so
know
on.
character. Yeah, I
Well,
know the
this
character.
lady, she took a figure and she like took like a blood soaked tampon and like squeezed it over the figure and posted it on TikTok.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then there's also like a bunch of like videos of beheadings and shit like that that have circulated on TikTok too.
Yes, yes, TikTok is becoming the new life leak.
But moderation usually catches it within like a week or a couple of days. So most of the beheading videos are gone, but still. Then there was this big old like trend of like women like breast posting videos of them breastfeeding online, shit
Yeah,
like
I
that.
saw. I heard a lot of that. Yeah, now that's something I did hear of.
Yeah, TikTok's a weird fucking place, man.
Yeah, no, a lot of that stuff is very concerning when it comes to like children using the app.
Yeah, because it's a 13 plus app, so it's like concerning.
Yes, although young kids can still make accounts and lie about that. I mean, lots of kids nowadays are getting a lot smart enough to know how to make an email or a Gmail and lie about their age. I'm
Hell,
not
you
saying all
know
of
the
them
thing is,
are.
you don't even need an account to watch TikTok. That's the thing.
That's true. That's true.
So they don't even have to have an account.
On top of that, on top of that, there's like more ideas. Like say if somebody uses TikTok and they're letting their like a younger sibling or some younger family member use it, and they scroll through TikTok and they're exposed to something concerning,
And the thing is,
which you
TikTok
can say
also
that.
has like caused a bunch of dangerous trends, like the devious slick trend. Remember that?
Oh my god,
Where
that
like
was so.
people would like steal shit from schools, or like just steal shit and
Yes,
call it a devious slick.
they actually
That
they
shit went on for a month, like a month or two, I
those
think.
yes people committed actual crimes for the
I'm
sake
pretty
of
sure
getting
one dude
popular on
stole a
TikTok.
bus. One dude stole a bus, I think.
Yeah, people were stealing stall doors off of restrooms. People were taking soap dispensers, and that's the thing. So while that trend was going
And
on, I was living up in Phoenix.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was fucking hilarious. I'm gonna
It's
be
pretty funny,
honest.
but when you actually see it happen, it's not that funny because here's what I saw. This whole trend,
Go ahead.
Jesus, somebody's overdosing on ketamine. Now, anyways, as I was saying, when this whole thing was happening, I was living up in Phoenix, and I saw a lot of stuff go down in the high school over at Phoenix. Went to a place called Dysart High School, and lots of kids were doing this whole thing about the devious like a lot of stall doors on restrooms were being taken. There were a lot of them that were gone. Hell, there was even a toilet that was unscrewed and thrown on the floor.
That's fucking awesome.
Mirrors were taken. Soap dispensers
Ugh.
were stolen.
Your school was hit hard because I think the only thing that happened at um, my school, which we go right now, so I'm not going to say the name of. The only thing that's stolen at my school was I think some soap dispensers and a what are those things? Projector before they switched to Promethean boards. I think a projector, some soap dispensers, and like a toilet seat or something was stolen.
Yeah,
So your school got hit
that's
hard.
yeah, that's the bad part. A lot of people were stealing things from the restrooms, and it was making it really hard for people to actually use the restrooms.
Well, let's be honest. How many
And
people actually use the restroom at school?
not a lot, but I do.
Unless you're like a man. Yeah, my point stands. Unless you're like a maniac.
Restrooms at school aren't that bad.
They're pretty bad, especially high schools. They're pretty bad. Especially the
I'd
ones
say
at
middle
our school.
school.
You gotta remember the ones at our school. They don't even have doors. Like it's literally just like a crisscross hallway. So like let's say you like rip a massive like just fucking rip ass. Everyone who walks past the bathroom will hear it.
That wouldn't bother me. I'd think that'd be funny as
See,
hell.
and that's what I said. You're a maniac.
But anyways, yeah, like I said, lots of these trends have promoted very bad behavior and, like, say, theft in the idea of the devious lick challenge, or injuries by, like, say, the crate challenge. Now that one was really stupid. Not as bad as the devious lick challenge, like not as bad as the devious lick challenge, but it was so dumb. Where people would just stack up like these little crates that like those small crates that like you would put items in or like carry around. in certain places. Like they would have them in the backs of schools and all that. People would stack them up and climb them while dancing, and lots of people fell and like sprained ankles, broke their hips. There was police officers that did it, and a lot of them got fired because of it.
Police, that's funny.
Which, and there was also another challenge that went on TikTok. I forget what it was called, but it involved people just punching each other in the chest.
That's
I don't
funny.
know I don't know why people did that,
I
but they literally just
remember when like TikTok dances were a big thing still.
yeah, it once TikTok was really a thing, once it like started hitting the public, all people did was dance on it.
Because
That's all people
thing
did.
is TikTok was musically before. And
Yeah, I
musically
know
was
that.
just
I
yeah,
know.
exactly. Musically was just full of dancing. And then like it got to like inappropriate dances like WAP. Like fucking
Yeah.
minors were doing shit like that, and that's when it became a real
Yeah, now that's
problem.
concerning.
Yeah. When minors are
That's
doing like
disturbing.
suggestive dances to songs like WAP and shit like that.
Yeah, see,
I mean,
all
some of
that,
them were funny,
all
like hitting the gritty, shit like that is funny. Like stuff like that.
yeah,
That's like
but
good. It's like
concerning
do
and sexualized
cool little
dances and
meme
young children doing
dances.
them is very bad.
Yeah, but when it comes to like sexual dances, it's like not okay.
Yeah, but seriously, and there are lots of these challenges that just end up hurting and nearly killing people, which is
Well,
very
to be fair,
bad.
you can't blame anyone but the people who do the challenges. If they're doing the challenges that can kill them, that's just natural selection at that point.
Yes, that is completely yes, that is on them for making those decisions.
Well,
Although there are a lot of
as long as they're adults. If they're like little kids and they don't know too much
yeah,
better.
when it comes to the younger children, it's a lot more concerning because it's like in moderation, of course, parents really do need to watch their children. It is very concerning, but of course, if the behavior within TikTok itself is spiraling out of control and people are actually being hurt and injured in their video in the the videos themselves that are being posted, those videos should be taken down. So, of course, there are good things about TikTok, like funny memes, all that
Hang on,
funny
dude. Give me
stuff. That
1 second.
all right. Mm, uh, mm.
All right, I'm back. Marcus came in the room.
Alrighty then. Anyways, as I was saying, like videos that are being shown for like big and bad behavior that are being influenced throughout TikTok should be moderated. Although there are good things that came from TikTok, good things like funny memes, goofy challenge, and like I don't know, well,
9/11
challenges were a
memes.
bad thing, huh?
9/11 memes.
Ah, those are always funny. Listen, dark humor isn't bad, okay? I mean, yes,
I wouldn't
people
say that. It's pretty fucking bad, but it's like funny bad.
people get offended by it, but yeah, it's understandable. But anyways, I'm still gonna make jokes and laugh about it.
It's like food for kids, and it's like food. Not everyone gets it.
What?
It's like food. Not everyone gets it.
Uh, it's like freedom in Russia. Not everyone gets it.
No, I can't say that one. That's too
Anyways,
bad. Sorry.
it's like water in Africa. Not everyone gets it. Anyways,
I was gonna say something else, but continue with your topic.
anyways, like I said, like good things and bad things have come from TikTok. I mean, you could say that of all of social media. There's always been good and bad shit that's come off of social media. Like the whole like like the incidents of like the Slender Man stabbings and all that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That was bad.
That's
Very bad.
pretty bad. Yeah.
And like
Charities and shit though that come from it. Like Jacksepticeye's thing, like Thank Miss, that's a good thing that comes out of it.
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And another YouTuber, a really great YouTuber. He has got a YouTube channel, Mr. Ballin.
Mr. Ballin, yeah.
Yeah, the storyteller. He has a foundation called the Mr. Ballin Foundation that gives money to people who were affected by very bad tragedies and crimes, which is an amazing foundation.
And then there's just like
And
good
people
people
were,
like Mr. Beast.
yeah, people were able to build these foundations and these charities through the good work they did through content creation and social media influence.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like look at Mr. Reese. He started doing Minecraft Let's Plays and shit like that. Now he's giving away millions of dollars worth of food and donating millions to charities. I mean,
Yeah,
he
that
has a whole channel dedicated to philanthropy and charity. That everything he makes from that specific channel goes to charity. Every cent of it. Just
yeah,
crazy.
and on top of that, it's like the whole Team Trees, the whole Team Seas thing, all that stuff. Team Seas and Team Trees are still a thing.
Yeah, I know. They planted 20 million trees and cleaned up what was it, 30 million pounds of trash from the ocean.
Yeah, which is amazing and impressive. And although, of course, with all this stuff in mind, the only thing that will really change Congress's mind is if TikTok is bought and purchased by an American company,
Which it probably will be. Let's be honest.
which will most likely happen if it evidently if the bill does go through.
Yeah, because like if there's money to me if there's money to be made, it will be done.
Yes, which I mean, there hasn't been a lot of I mean, there hasn't been any information problems with TikTok at all. The only problems are, the ones that we listed before: pedophiles, challenges, influencing. Of course, social media has already been having those for years now, and none of those apps have ever been taken down, which is very, very concerning. I mean, there was one thing that was taken down a while ago. Omegle.
Oh yeah, Omegle. Now
Omegle
that
was taken down.
was. Whoo-wee. Now that place was a.
That's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah, because the thing is, the part that you saw was the good part. There was a
Oh, I
whole.
saw.
You saw you
Yeah, I
saw
know.
the you saw the good parts of it.
No, I've seen so many other parts of it. Trust me. I know.
You
I know.
have
It's.
not seen the shit I have witnessed.
I know bad things that go down in Omegle. I know exactly why it was taken down.
I
But of course, that's
witnessed some
still.
of it, like the cat,
I've.
like the lady skinning cats,
Okay. Okay. Yep. You're right.
and
I've
like,
never seen that.
yeah, and like very uncomfortable stuff involving minors and shit.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways. That still hasn't stopped people from replicating Omegle. Like there are like dozens of other websites that have replicated Omegle's same formula while it was running and even after it was shut down. Lots of these websites are still going and still being operated by so many different people.
Oh, there's one app called Monkey
Yep, Monkey.
and like
Monkey
Omi
is like
TV. Omi TV was like a second was the second most popular one, I think. Omi
yeah, which
TV.
is it's still running, it's still going, and lots of people are using like the Monkey app now, the Monkey thing.
Monkey.
Mainly because lots of YouTubers have been using it now, and on top of that, it's just got a funny name, Monkey.
I mean, Omegle. The thing is that shit started a bunch of YouTubers' careers. A lot of YouTubers did only Omegle content.
True, that's true. Like say, like the Do or another
Well, I
guy.
don't know about that. I don't know about the dude. I mean, Omegle's definitely gave him a start, but I don't know if he solely relied on Omegle.
Lots of people went
I'm
on.
talking about like people. A lot of YouTubers solely
Yeah,
relied
I
on
know,
Omegle.
like a lot of impersonating YouTubers, like people who did impressions off of Omegle or like did goofy things like tried pickup lines on girls on Omegle.
Yeah. Then there was actually a thing. That's actually a thing on Kick. That's a good one to talk about. Is Kick, the
Yeah.
newer streaming service? A bunch of weird ass motherfuckers on Kick doing some weird ass things. Like there's like I think there was like three different predators like exposed on it, exposed for the shit they do live and shit. Like there was this
Yeah,
one
I mean,
streamer who was like on like Omegle like things, like who on stream like made underage people flash him and shit like that
I did that.
on stream, which is fucked, but yeah,
That is that is disturbing.
very disturbing. I know.
But yes, newer streaming platforms or newer like content creation platforms, like one that's come up recently, Rumble.
Yeah.
One that's called Rumble, and that's actually the primary interest in the company that would be purchasing TikTok if it's going to be sold.
Mm,
That's the company that's looking into buying TikTok if like the bill goes through.
yeah.
Now Rumble, it's pretty much just YouTube in a different sense. It's like YouTube, although the although of course with all the ads from Rumble, there's a massive difference between them and YouTube, considering all their ads are just them making fun of YouTube and showing their differences between them and YouTube.
Which is funny.
Which the thing is, I mean, YouTube in recent times, they have gone like really hardball on lots of things. One of the dumbest decisions they've ever done is like remove the dislike button.
Yeah, but the thing is, even though there's like a bunch of Google extensions that just bring
Yeah,
it
that you
back,
can use to just bring it back.
which is really funny.
But it's like I don't know why they.
Which I actually have one of those. So
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I don't have one, although it doesn't really bother me. Although it's just really questionable on the idea. It's like why would they even remove it in the first place?
me when the
Isn't wasn't the
me when I look up how to do CPR and I can't see that the video has more dislikes than likes. And
yeah? It's like
it's just like a meme video of like how to basics.
yeah, that's the thing. Lots of people, I mean, here's the thing when it comes to the like and dislike button. Those are there for a reason for people to justify on things that they like and what they don't like. It's called feedback for content creators. So people see that and see how they can improve their content or just move away from that kind of content. And it's also bad when it comes to people who are clickbaiters. Yeah, like you said, like they could just deceive people into making it seem like this video's got a lot of likes and I can't see the dislikes. So it's like, hey, this video's got to be like, say, instructional or really good to watch. And then it's just really shitty.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. Likes and
But,
dislikes. Yeah. A lot of people make
and then, if,
jokes that like Jacksepticeye is one of their reasons because he was like he's like in one of his older videos he was like talking about how they need to get rid of he was like talking about how the dislike buttons or like shitty or whatever like or he
yeah,
like said like what if YouTube just removed the dislike button or something like that.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it
That was
was
funny.
funny. Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say something. I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. God damn it.
Use that noggin of yours.
Huh?
Use that noggin of yours. Remember.
Let's think.
Hmm.
What?
What about
What are
Twitter
we
or
talking
X? I guess. What do we think of X? Well, I guess more. What do I think since I'm on it more than you are? I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm not on it at all,
Yeah, I
so
know. But so X, from what I've been on it, a lot of the shit I've seen, it's a lot of fight videos and shit, which is pretty honestly pretty funny to watch sometimes. Like I saw this one video of this like school fight where this dude he like fucking got thrown in his face, slammed into a urinal, like the piss part of a urinal. It was pretty funny. And
well,
there's a
yes.
lot of like I guess um not okay stuff on there too, like a bunch of Nazis, shit like that, unmoderated content. Well, I should say barely moderated. Moderated. Like
or even worse than,
I've seen some war footage, shit like that.
Nazis, feminazis.
Feminazis. I don't know about that, but I've seen. I've like almost like been eager to argue with some of them, some of the bullshit, idiotic views they have, but I said, nah, it's not worth getting mad over. I'm not gonna let it bait me.
Eh, you
It's
say that
like,
about.
it's like kill yourself and your whole family, like shit like that.
Or like Taylor Swift fans getting angry at people.
Remember, like Taylor Swift fans sending me canon death threats, just proving his point.
Uh,
Of the just
yeah, it's
proving the
like,
point of the video. Like
yeah, like,
they literally just proved the point of the video, whether it was a joke or not.
yeah, like the whole thing of, yeah, me Canyon making fun of Taylor Swift, or not really making fun of, just kind of joking on her, and like all the Taylor Swift fans just getting face meltingly angry.
Just like proving the video was more realistic than I guess people thought.
Yeah, just proving the entire point that he was trying to make. And like, you know a YouTuber named Terrorizer,
Yes, vaguely.
the gaming Terrorizer.
I kind of remember. Yes.
So he's a member of, the Vanos crew, and he made a tweet a while ago. You know, back when the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case was going on.
Yeah.
So after the trial ended, they read out the amount of money that she would have to like insure him for all the lawsuits and
Wasn't it like
everything that
two
she was
hundred
accusing him
million or
of.
some shit?
Yeah, yeah, she owed him a lot of money, and so after that trial was read out, Terrorizer tweeted this: "Well, Amber, there's always OnlyFans,"
That's
as as like a joke.
funny. Well, he's not
Hey,
wrong.
did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Just walk away from your computer.
No, I'm right here. I'm just like moving my head, I guess. Because I have to talk right
Yeah,
into my mic for it to pick up audio, I guess.
you heard me though, right?
Yeah, I heard you. Like Terrorizer said, whatever Amber Heard making
So
OnlyFans is a joke.
yeah, so he tweeted that out as, like joking on her, and it's like, and then so many people on Twitter just got so angry at that. They were calling him like a misogynist. They were like calling him like a sexist. He discriminates against women. He
I would
makes fun of
agree.
women. It's
Yeah.
like, even though he hates this person, he still wants to see this woman like naked and all that blah 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 porn shit. It's like
He should have did. Please tell me that he doubled down on it.
he did. He
Thank
100% did.
God. About to say.
But that's the thing. You want to know the funniest part about that is
What?
that those people actually tried to get him banned off of Twitter.
For what? Like, there's nothing to be banned off for. You just.
Yeah, that's my point. All those people, all like feminazis, like literal feminazis, were
Careful
like
how much you
reporting
say that.
him.
Careful how much you say that word. The last part of it.
All right, I'll just censor myself.
Yeah. All right, continue.
I can't turn on the soundboard.
All
Why is this happening again?
right. Here I got you.
Those femin. Jesus. Okay, I anyways, yeah, those people.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go
god
ahead.
damn it.
Go
Those
ahead.
people tried to report him over and over and tried to get him banned and removed off of Twitter. And every single time they've tried, it was rejected and just completely overturned each and every time because it's like he made a joke. Of course, it's like Twitter's not the place where you can make jokes because everyone's so ego sensitive.
Hmm.
That's why I hate Twitter.
Yeah, but there are also some funny memes on there.
Yeah, I don't hate a lot of things.
Like that SpongeBob giving a dude back shots. I found that on Twitter.
I don't hate lots of things in life, just Twitter and Cantaloupe.
Twitter cantaloupe. Why cantaloupe?
It's just not that good.
Cantaloupe. Yeah, I kind of agree. It's all right.
Anyways, but yeah, like I said, he tweeted this, and eventually he changed his name on Twitter to the Misogynizer,
That is fucking hilarious.
just to
Oh
piss
my
them off
god.
even more.
Bro, that's like doubling down on top of doubling down. That's
He
awesome.
called him, and then
Damn, and that's
he kept making responses to these people on Twitter, just joking even more. And which was even funnier, but eventually he got tired of like everything that was going on and all the bullshit. So he made a quote unquote apology tweet, you could see that he you could see that he was being sarcastic in it, because this is what the tweet said. I am sorry for the previous remarks that I have said. Hail Stalin. He said it was something like that. It was like he said "Hail Stalin" in there because he was making fun of those that group of people.
God,
And
how
the best part is that he tweeted it with the misogynizer like profile name.
God.
So it just confused and still irritated people, but eventually everyone just stopped. So it was so funny. It was hilarious because the because the apology tweet with the profile picture, the name, the hail Stalin, all of that in mind was just it was just topping on the edge.
God. I love it
Topping on the
when
cake.
like YouTubers who make crazy claims just double down on it.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah, alright.
All right, hold on a second, buddy. I gotta go do something real quick.
Alright, don't take an hour now. Well, while I wait for him to come back, I guess I should do the sponsor thing. Go to w.gg and use our code SlapDash for 10% off any purchase. It's a pretty cool drink, I'd say. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd say better than most powdered energy drinks. Yeah, buy that shit.
All right, I'm back. My friend, are you there? Are you there, my friend? My friend. My friend. My friend. My friend. My friend. Mein friend. Mein friend. Mein friend. Mein friend. My friend. Mein friend.
Hey man, sorry. I had to go help Danny with something real quick. Just give me 1 more second.
Right.
Alright, I'm back.
All right.
I had to help Danny with something with the bike. Oh yeah, we're still recording, huh? I'll tell you afterwards. But yeah. So, Amber Heard.
Yeah, so anyways. Eventually, all those people stopped harassing Terrorizer for that funny joke he made. I'm just going to say it. The tweet was funny,
It was
and it was
very funny.
hilarious. Just like the video Meat Canyon made.
Oh yeah, Meat Cannon makes absolute like every video Meat Cannon's ever made has been awesome.
It's hilarious. One of my favorites is the, like the Geppetto and Pinocchio video.
I like
A
the
boy, a
I
real
like
boy.
the Markiplier one. The
That one is so
milk.
good. Bill.
Milk.
Another one of my another one of my favorites is that McDonald's one over the Golden Arches.
Oh god. A lot of Meat Cannon videos give me nightmares, and the Family Guy one was also really good. The
What was the Family Guy one again?
It was like Peter coming to like terms with his mortal existence or some shit. Meat Canyon stuff,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
wait. Oh, I remember. I remember.
Yeah, Meat Canyon stuff.
Another disturbing one was a video called Secret Formula with SpongeBob.
Oh, that one was like one of the first ones I saw,
That one is so disturbing.
which I actually saw through Oompaville reacting to it.
I watched it myself, and I gotta say, that shit was disturbing.
I wonder what goes on through his mind to think of shit like that.
I just like to think that while thinking of these ideas, he brainstorms while listening to deathcore, and that's how these
or he
ideas
like
pop in his
does a
head.
line of coke or LSD or something.
He just takes Adderall and just listens to deathcore and just starts animating.
He fucking does a line of he does a line of cocaine and watches a single episode of SpongeBob.
And just
Fucking just
You'll never catch me, Krabs.
Crabs.
She's a
Mr.
victim, Krabs.
Squidward! My Mr. Krabs has
Is
been my Mr.
mayonnaise an
Krabs is better.
instrument?
My Mr. Krabs impression has been getting better.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
For the last
No,
fucking time,
Patrick.
Patrick, if you ask me that same question again, I'm going to shove my tentacles so far up your ass and fuck you inside out.
There's awkward silence now.
Just a long awkward.
There's a long awkward silence. Oh no. I think we're at an hour and 10 minutes. What do you say we call it
Honestly,
here?
social media in general has just, huh?
We're at about an hour and 10 minutes. What do you say? You finish your thoughts and then we call it.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, social media in general is just very good and very funny. America just doesn't like it when it's owned by a foreign government.
Cause they're racist.
Really racist. Like super racist.
Super racist.
So
Sounds
anyway,
like a Goku transformation. Now I'm super racist.
I, I remember that video. I love I love that Goku video where he's like, "Oh, all right, I'm racist. Now I'm
Is that all
really
you got?
racist. Now I'm
Is
super
that all you
racist."
got, fat?
Another one I like, another Goku meme I like is, "Your porn addiction is strong. Let me fight it." Here.
I like the one where it's like the Xenoverse Goku thing, where it's like wow or whatever. I like that
I
one
also like
picture
Go.
of Goku.
I also like a. I also like a Drip Goku, the Supreme Goku.
Drip Goku, that one's a pretty funny one.
All right. Anyways, we can end now. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to this episode of the SlapDash podcast. I'm your host of the most, along with my co-host, and don't forget to use code SlapDash at w.gg for 10% off any purchase within their store. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.